It's the morning after the night before at Presto, an Italian restaurant and cafe in Norwich city centre. Coffee, breakfast and Brexit are all on the menu for its customers.
Some people are happy, some people are not happy. It's difficult. It's a difficult solution that we can only find out in the weeks and months to come, really, if it's been good or bad. But there is definitely a buzz with the people. Some are very happy and some are not happy at all.
But how will things change for us here in Norwich and Norfolk? Well, it's the only issue anyone's talking about. The Leave victory, not everyone really expected. Even MEP Stuart Agnew, who's been part of UKIP since the 90s. And even he doesn't want to see any rapid changes.
Some of my colleagues just want a sort of wrench like that, but I'm not happy about that. I think there should be a soft landing. There's no need to rush out of this. There will be some initial uncertainty, of course there will be. And as I say, we are still in the European Union. Anyone who is in receipt of EU grants and EU funds, which of course come from our taxpayers, that will carry on. And that's going to carry on for 2 years and 3 months at least.
The big obvious moves came first this morning, with David Cameron announcing his impending resignation. This afternoon, as a vote of no confidence was called against Jeremy Corbyn by the Parliamentary Labour Party, and of course falls on the financial markets. Trader Siam Kidd has been watching all of those closely and thinks there's no need for anyone to panic.
People feel what they don't understand, really. And although I am expecting further crashes to happen in the future, I'd like people to be aware that these crashes and sort of house price tumbles in the future, as in over the next few years, are nothing to do with Brexit. Whether we stayed in or left, they would have happened anyway. When you look at the charts and you zoom out a bit, yes, we've had a big move today, but when you look at the grand scheme of things, not much has really changed.
But how quickly will we start to see big changes in things like regulations and laws? Hussein Kassim is a politics professor at the UEA. He says it'll take years rather than months for it all to become completely clear. But it is a huge moment in our history.
It's extraordinary in the history of the UK, but also in the history of the European Union. I mean, in the history of the UK, it's one of those. It is a key moment for the EU. This will be the first member state of significant size to decide to leave the European Union.
With the country clearly split down the middle and a clear divide in younger voters wanting to stay and older ones voting to leave, there is now a rebuilding job. Norwich North MP Chloe Smith, who campaigned to remain, says there's a tough job ahead.
The result is very clear and it must be respected. That is the way democracy works in this country. So the job ahead for the government, for a future Prime Minister and indeed for us as local MPs is going to be a detailed one, it's going to be a substantial one, because we've got to put all of that into practice and get the best deal for Britain. So it's a European wake-up call for the country today. Just don't expect to see any big changes served up overnight. Neil Perry, Mustard TV, Norwich.